Now, I've had this one in my collection for a long time. I think it's time to give it a watch. Oh my god, this movie is amazing. Luc Besson has created such a crazy, eccentric, colourful, wonderful, scientific trip of a movie. It just stands the test of time and it's a true cinema classic. This one is amazing. However, trying to explain the plot to somebody that hasn't seen it is indeed going to be a challenge. It's way out there, man. Starring the wonderful Bruce Willis as Corbin Dallas, Mila Jovovich as Lilu, Gary Oldman as Zorg, brilliant as always, Ian Holm as Father Zito, Chris Tucker as Ruby Rod, and man is he over the top in this thing. Oh my god. Luke Perry as Billy in a very, very glorified cameo, the late great Brian James as Colonel Monroe, Tiny Lister as the President, and Lee Evans as Fogg. Now, the plot of this thing, let me try and get my head around it. It's the 23rd century and the universe is under attack by this evil planet thing, right? There's an evil planet and it's in the universe. The only hope is the fifth element, which comes to Earth every 5,000 years or so by these aliens who bring it down there to us to protect us from alien attack using the four elements, earth, wind, fire, water, plus the fifth element, which I'm not going to tell you what it is because that would be a spoiler. So Corbin Dallas, Bruce Willis, is a cab driver, not a very good one because he keeps losing all the points off his license, ends up meeting up with Mila Jovovich, and they end up going on an adventure to save the world. Gary Oldman is a crazy psychopath trying to stop them with a race of crazy dog-looking like aliens who are trying to get the Four Stones to stop the fifth element finding them and using that as a weapon to stop the crazy evil planet. And that's it. That's the plot. And it's awesome. Bruce Willis, as always, is dependable. This movie is 21 years old, guys. As of me recording this today, this movie was made in 1997, 21 years ago. I can't believe that, honestly. I remember going to this movie at the theatre when it came out. Back then, the special effects in this were groundbreaking stuff. It was amazing. Yeah, it was a bit on the nose with the critics because, yeah, it's a little bit out there and a lot of people didn't really embrace this too much right away. It has definitely become a cult classic since. I haven't seen it in a long time. Watching it again today has just a reminder for why I love this film so much. It is weird and wonderful. The surprising standout in the cast is Mila Jovovich, primarily known these days for the Resident Evil films. What she does in The Fifth Element is really amazing work. Considering it's one of her first performances, she was a model and she's kind of come into the acting gig. For one of her first jobs, this is amazing work. She plays Lilu. She pretty much created her own language. They had a language worked out for Lilu to speak in this movie, and Mila Jovovich, having being fluent in 4 languages, embraced the challenge. Lilu helped create a language that she could actually communicate with and have a conversation with for this movie. So that is amazing stuff. It's a sign of wonderful intelligence and amazing creativity. So kudos to you, Mila. She kicks ass in this again. She's always thrown those legs around, kicking people in the face. And she really conveys the emotion of the character really well. She conveys an emotional vulnerability and a real amazing amount of kick-ass toughness as well. Yeah, she does have a lot of that also in the Resident Evil movies, and yeah, they are a guilty pleasure of mine. She is the best thing about them. Say what you will, they are crappy, but I like them, and she is generally the main reason why they're so good. They're crap, but they're good. I remember the first time I saw this movie, when Chris Tucker come on screen as Ruby Rod, I was just completely taken out of the movie. His performance is larger than life. He is a show host in the movie, and he is broad, man. He is really big. His personality is larger than the evil planet in this thing. He really kind of dominates the screen. You can either love him or hate him. I'm kind of used to that now. I've seen the movie a lot of times. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it, but I have seen it a few times, and you do get used to him. But My initial reaction to Chris Tucker was, oh, what? What the hell? So it's a quirky, out there sci-fi tale with amazing visuals on the 4K HDR format. Yeah, this it's old, man. There's a lot of film grain in this, and well, that's to be expected. It's an older movie, but it has scrubbed up really, really well. There's a lot of color in this, and the HDR just makes them pop off the screen. Like at the beginning when Dallas Corbin's in his taxi and he's on the run from the coppers, and the cars are all flying, a la Back to the Future, like on Coruscant. The yellows of the taxis and the blues of the police cars chasing them are just amazing. They pop off the screen. And when they're on the big spaceship at the end, like Corbin wins a ticket to this special event on an opera on this spaceship deep in space. And when he gets to his room, it's just all purple velvet on the walls, and the colours are just so vibrant. So yeah, once again, the HDR, stunning. The resolution, yeah, does kind of show the seams a little bit in regards to the special effects. They are kind of dated now. It doesn't detract from the movie at all when you're watching it, but you can definitely see the lines around the matching of the cars and the special effects. I do look a little hokey. The practical stuff though does look fantastic. All the alien suits still look really good. Although you can tell the faces are like animatronic, you know, all the pulleys and the wires underneath are pulling the lips and moving the eyes around, but it's still better than CGI. I've always been a fan of practical effects. So yeah, so this is a wonderful movie. To those who have not seen The Fifth Element, you really got to do yourself a favor and go grab it, put it on, especially if you can get the 4K HDR version. It is amazing. If not, just go grab it anyway. There's a couple versions that I own. I ordered this one online initially, mastered in 4K audio, so I had that on my shelf for a fair while. Haven't actually watched it yet because they went and released this gorgeous thing. I mean, this steelbook is just, look at the artwork on that. It's right next to my head as well. But it's just amazing. It's such a pretty disc. So I bought it again. So I got it twice, as I do, because I collect things. It's just me. So The Fifth Element is an amazing movie. Scoring it out of 10 will be hard because, yeah, as a classic, it's a cult classic movie. Everyone loves it. It is not without its flaws, though. It does have a few issues, like the eccentricities of the film can be a little off-putting to those who are coming in blind for the first time. It can be a little bit, what the fuck. It's a fun movie, though. I do love it. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Not 10 because it's not perfect, but I'm going to give it a 9 because I just really, really enjoy it. It's a fun movie. Gary Oldman is just over the top once again. He's in every 4K movie I'm watching these days. Far out, man. Gary Oldman, he's just getting around. You can't look away from him, and he just melds into his characterizations and his performance, and as normal, he's freaking awesome. So there you have it, guys. That's my review on The Fifth Element 4K HDR Blu-ray, brought to us by the wonderful Luc Besson. He's an amazing director. His older stuff is better than his current stuff, I will admit, but he's still pretty wonderful. So anyway, guys, don't forget to subscribe, throw me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.